So you've been having a number of thoughts whirling around in your mind for a while now, and you finally think that you've come out with that winning business idea. Well, firstly, congratulations. This is exactly where I want you to be. But hold on, before you rush off and shout about your business idea to the world or anyone that will listen, I just want you to take a step back and listen to this episode, because I'm going to delve in deep into 5 simple ways that you can map out your business idea for profit. So kicking off with step number 1, it's all about mind mapping your business idea firstly. Now, we all suffer from this, and I'm going to hold my hands up. I probably suffer from this, a bit too much. It's innovation at the speed of thought. So I've come up with this idea and I haven't even validated it yet. Yet I think that I'm on to the next big thing. So it's all too common at the moment. So that's why we need to just rein it in a bit and start to mind map that idea. Now, mind mapping is such a visually powerful tool because it helps you to brainstorm your thoughts and articulate it in a way that you can start to see whether there are any gaps in your idea. The way I like to mind map is I like to get a large piece of paper, or sometimes I use a whiteboard, and I put the core of my idea in the middle, and then I use post-it notes around it to start to flesh out all the different thoughts that I have pertaining to this particular idea. Now, if you're not one for using post-it notes, then you can use a software called Canva, which already has templates in there, which is brilliant to use. So I highly recommend that as another option. So the idea of the mind map is to articulate and flesh out that idea that's been sitting in your head for a while now. So you want to start to think about what makes your product, service, or offering unique. So what gives it that competitive advantage? Do you know who your competitors are? You want to start to map this out almost like in a tree diagram. So with different branches just jutting off from the center of the page, which is where the core of your idea is sitting. You also want to start to think about the customer profiling. So looking at the demographics of the customer. Is it a male, a female? What age bracket are they in? As well as the psychographics as well, in terms of their thoughts and feelings. Are they ambitious? Are they confident? Or something to that effect. You also want to think about the structure as well. So looking at the admin that's needed to bring this idea to life, the management, do you need to partner up with anybody, the financing as well? What's it going to cost in order to get this idea off the ground and make it reality? And also sort of understanding how much you're going to price it per unit, if it is to be sold in units as well. If you're seeking to start an offline business, so a brick and mortar business, you want to look at the physical assets that are needed. For example, an office, in which location as well. So you can start to see there's many different layers of your business that may be missing from that idea that you once had in your head. So that's why it's so important to get it down on paper. Once you started to do that, the next stage is to simplify and clarify your idea. Now, by doing so, it's trying to articulate your idea in 1 or 2 sentences. So you're looking at how you're going to create value and to whom you're going to create the value to. So for example, I could say I'm a business coach and I help ambitious women in corporate to start and grow an online business from scratch using our proven pathway to success so that they can go on to get their first or future clients. So by doing that, you can see that it's broken down into different components where I'm showing how I'm creating the value, by what method I'm creating the value is, and what the desired outcome is as well from that. So you want this message to be understood by an 8-year-old right up to an 80-year-old. So it needs to be in very simplified terms as well. So once you've done that, step number 2 is all about refining your idea for feedback. So by this, I mean taking your idea, and it doesn't necessarily have to be to your targeted audience because you may not necessarily know your targeted audience at this stage, but talking to your friends and family and telling them what your idea is and taking on board any feedback that they may have. It may be that you're using too much jargon, or they don't really understand what you're talking about. They don't really understand the crux of your idea. So you need to be very open-minded, because the best businesses are ones that are able to pivot and have loose ideas. So the market actually refines the idea for them. So take on board what your friends and family and other people that you're sharing your business idea with have to say. And that's how you start to refine your business idea. The next stage is to define your target market. So it's all about taking on board that feedback and trying to think who is out there that will really benefit from your product, service, or offering, in terms of they might be feeling that void, that pain, frustration, and you've got the perfect solution for them. So by doing so, you're going to be able to get your business idea off the ground, because it's going to reach the right people quicker if you really focus and do the step. Now, by doing this step, you're going to have to do a lot of research into this. So really understanding who exactly is that will really benefit from your product or service. And by doing the demographics and psychographics, this all helps you to fully understand who that particular person or who that subset of audience is. And the winning business ideas are ones that really niche down. So they really get to the core of the particular person that they want to target and find other people like this person as well. So you want to think about, how can I really niche down so I capture a subsection of the market that I can fully, leverage in terms of, I'm going to put my products and service out there and only these people will respond to me as well. So once you've done that, step number 4 is all about surveying the target market. So it's reaching out to them with the core of your offer and seeing if it's actually a good fit for them. So you might want to do surveys such as in SurveyMonkey, or you might want to do in-person surveys, or just do polls on Facebook or social media, just to see if people would actually snap up this product if it was to come to the market as well. Surveying is so important, and it's a step that should not be missed out, because it's a way of fully validating your business idea for success. You need to know if people are actually wanting your product, service, or offering, and will pay a pretty penny for it as well. So survey. Ask the relevant questions that you want to ask and see if you get traction. See if you actually get the response that this idea is actually something that other people will pay into. Once you've done that, the last step is all about analyzing your competitors. So looking at who else is good out there that is doing exactly the same thing as you. And more importantly, how can you do better as well? So it's looking at up to the closest 5 competitors. There might not be somebody that's doing exactly what you're doing, but they might be doing something similar. So it's taking into account what they're doing, looking at how they're putting out their marketing when it comes to the product or service, the customer experience around this, and then always thinking about, how can I do better and how can I differentiate myself so that I can attract the right people to me as well. So there you have it. There are my 5 simple ways to map out your business idea for profit. So make sure that the next time you have this winning business idea, that you do take the time to go through these 5 simple steps, because it's going to ensure that before your idea goes to the market, it's already been thought about, trial tested and validated, and you know that you've actually got a ready market willing to buy.